Hey everybody, this is CJ Mulcahy from Bees Knees Cards and Crafts. Several of you were asking how to make this really cute waterfall card, so I'm going to teach you today. This is a waterfall card. The way it works is you pull the tab and the little flaps fold back to reveal a message. This one is on an A2 card with a personal greeting written on the inside. We're going to make one for Mother's Day. Some of the supplies that you are going to need is an A2 card or an 8 by 5.5 card scored in the middle and folded, so it's scored at the 4-inch mark. Or if you're going to make a postcard style, you will need a 4-inch by 5.25-inch card. For the waterfall base, you will need either a 3 3/4 by 5 1/4 base. It's going to go like that. And for the postcard, you will need a 4-inch by 5 1/4 base. They go like that. You will also need a 9-inch by 2-inch piece of cardstock, scored at 2 inches, 2 3/4, 3 1/2, 4 1/4. That's going to be for your waterfall. You will need 4 coordinating squares, 2 by 2 inches. These are the mat for your waterfall. And you will also need 4 smaller squares of 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. This is where you put your design. Okay, on the ice cream card, that's where I mounted the scoops of ice cream. So you can see the white card there that's here. For the Mother's Day card, I've actually done what's called a print and cut. And I've printed the images right on the cardstock and cut them out at the desired length. In the coordinating cardstock, you will also need a band. And that band is for the A2 card. It is 3 3/4 by 0.75, and for the postcard it is 4 inches by 0.75 inches. Okay, so this is the pieces that you need for your card, and now we're going to put it together. You will also need for this card 2 paper fasteners. These are really tiny ones. They're little paper fasteners in pink, and some decorative string or ribbon to make for the pull tab. Okay, so let's go to work. I'm making the postcard style card, so I'm going to show you how that works. Move these out of the way. All right, so this is your postcard. This is your 4-inch by 5.5-inch cardstock with the postcard mat to go on top, so that's not right. This is the waterfall base, which is probably 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. I did that wrong. I'm going to fix that. Okay, so there's your base. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your squares and take your squares here, because we've already cut out the mat and the base of the waterfall. We're now on the next step of your squares, and I'm going to mount these, mat them onto the mats. So they go like this. See that? I've done a few here. So they look like this, just to save some time. I've got this one here. We can still do. One of the things I'm using is just plain Elmer's glue, but I use a fine tip applicator that you can get in the modeling section. So I'm going to take my little card, and this leaves really fine little strings of glue, but it sticks really, really well. I love this fine tip applicator. You don't need really fancy glue. Elmer's school glue works fine. Okay. Glue this on here. Okay. So those are done. Now, for my waterfall base, you're going to take your base card and you're going to take your band and you're going to put it about 1 inch up from the bottom edge of the card, and you're going to use a hole punch or some other tool to put holes in it to put your little paper fasteners in, and you want to come in about 1/2 inch from the edge to adhere the paper fasteners. I've done this one here to show you. So it's not even 1 inch, it's about 1/2 inch in. So they're just fastened on there, bent back on the back. Okay, this mounts onto your mat, your postcard mat. Again, just use some glue. You can use sticky tape. You can use whatever you want. You can turn them into giant stickers if you have a sticker machine. To cut out my papers, I used what's called a Cricut machine. It's great. I have the Explorer Air. I don't have the Maker, but because I'm a card crafter, the Maker did good. So you just glue it up. Put your base on. Make sure it sticks well. You can add extra glue behind the fasteners if you want to make sure that they stick really good, or behind the tab area. But this glue sticks really well when you do it this way. Okay, so that's on. Then you take your 9x2. You have your score lines in it. You're going to fold each of those score lines toward you, starting with the closest one to the long edge. You're going to fold it down, and you're going to fold each score line into the card, like so. Then you're going to take this, and with this long piece, you're going to insert it behind the tab. Okay. You're going to add glue, just about 1/2 inch worth of glue on this top edge right here. Just add some glue. I love glue. Glue is so much fun. And this applicator makes it so easy. I've made hundreds of cards and I'm only on my little second bottle of glue because it just saves it. And you're going to glue this edge here. So you put the glue on this side. Now you're going to glue this edge down to your band, not passing the bottom edge of the band. You want to line up the edge of the tab pull to the edge of the band and adhere that down nice and tight. Okay. Now you have your pull tab. See that? Now when you pull, you'll see the... Make sure you let it glue dry nicely. Now you start to add your tabs. I did not write messages on the back. I'm actually going to do all of my messages at the end when the card is decorated. I have all these cute little images. I have 4 of them. And I'm going to decide in which order I want them. They overlap each other, so you be careful when you're doing it that you pay attention to what image you want on the top. Because this is a Mother's Day card, I'm actually going to write Mom in this little loop here. So I want my flowers, I want this one to be the top layer. So I'm going to pick one of these. I think I want this one on the bottom. So you're going to glue the back of this. And you adhere it to this 2-inch square right here on the bottom, what is now the bottom of the upper tab. And you want to do it just below the score line. You don't want to do it right on the score line because if you do, the card won't fold right. Line up your sides, push it down, pick your next layer. I like it that way. The great thing about these waterfall cards is you can do any kind of layered image you want. I've seen the ice cream cones, I've seen Christmas trees, I've seen all kinds of different things. When you do your glue, you only want the glue on the top half of your card here. You don't want to do the whole card. It's better if you put the glue here on this, because then you don't accidentally over glue your card, right? So same thing, you want it just below the score line. Line it up, adhere it down, and there's your first flap, right? Put a little glue in here. The good news is with the score lines, it makes it easy to see where you need to put the glue, right? Let's see. I kind of like it with, I think I like it that way. So we'll put it this way, just below the score line. Line it up again. See how pretty that's coming out? It's going to be really pretty. This mat has a nice, very subtle, soft pink to it. That one's going to go that way. Now we add some more glue. See how easy this is? It's just so simple. Line that one up just below the score line. Okay. We're going to let that dry a minute. So this is the postcard one. It's going to be, I'm going to put my personal greeting on the back here. But if you're doing it on the A2 card, it's really fun because you can put anything on the front and your waterfall on the front, or you could put the waterfall on the inside, just like that. And have your waterfall in here with like Happy Mother's Day or Happy Birthday or something, and then they open it up and they have that surprise interactive card on the inside. Okay. So this is dry enough. I can pull it. So I'm going to pull the card down to reveal my tabs. I can write on the insides of these here, like I did on the birthday card. On this one, I put Happy Birthday under each one. You can add something. You can leave them plain because it's this nice, pretty, solid color. You can leave it plain if you want. Write a message in here. I'm going to put Happy Mother's Day in here and cute little sentiments of what mom is up in here. But what you need to do now to finish this off is down here, you need to punch a hole in the middle. I used the wrong hole punch. And I'm going to use string because I like the pretty string. I might have to do the hole punch after. Let's see. If I can get the string through. Maybe too small. It's too small. I have another hole punch. Anyways, so you put the ribbon through there. I'm going to write the word pull down here so that she'll know. Or I'll put it on the ribbon. Put a little tag that says pull so that she'll know to pull that. And that is how simple and easy it is to make a waterfall card. I'll be making more cards in the future. I'll be glad to share them with you and do more videos. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or ask. I'd be glad to answer your questions. And be creative and sweeten other people's lives with a little bit of crafting. Have a great day.